Wike don't want anything to happen to his structure. Why? Because the structure is his life. The structure of any politician is his blood. The structure of any politician is his life. His structures are like water they drink. If anything happens to the structure, he's gone. Why? Because he wants to still be in Abuja and control what is happening in River State. He still wants people who are loyal to him. He still wants to influence. He still wants to decide in the next election how it will be. Don't forget that Wike have told his PDP faithful that they made a mistake in 2023. They will correct it in 2027. So how will they correct the mistake in 2027 when he don't have structure? That is why he's fighting. That's why he's ensuring that his structures are not being damaged. Well, for us, we don't have anything bad against that. For us, we don't have anything negative against that. But let's see how what plays on. What we are going to do is just to be in the comfort of our office and studio to give you an update of what is happening in every state, to visit the location and give you updates of what's happening. Don't forget to subscribe to Kasa TV on Facebook and YouTube. Share this video. Make sure you share this video. Drop a comment and let us know what you think about this video. Don't forget to follow Kasa TV on Facebook and YouTube. Why Wike, FCT minister, he wants to remain in power in River State. Being in power in River State means he wants to control the whole structure of River State. When you have heard that the FCT minister in different locations have talked about his structure. On different interviews, he have talked about his structure. That Fubara, the governor of River State, is trying to destroy the structure that brought him in, the structure that made him the governor. On different occasions, the FCT minister have openly said he bought form for all the whole candidates contesting for election. He bought form for every candidate, people coming out for Senate, people coming out for Federal House, including State House. Every person bought form for them. What does it mean? It means that they should be who? They should be loyal to him, being an FCT minister. They should be loyal to the boss, being the person that bought form for them. And most of them didn't even really campaign because the state actually campaigned for them. Resources was actually used to campaign for them. Now, let's talk about in the last general election. You realize that when Wike fall out with Atiku, after Atiku defeated him in the presidential primaries of PDP, there was no other option than to support Labour Party or to support APC. Because at that particular time, he was looking at the options. He didn't see the possibility of Labour Party winning the presidential race. So he felt like the best person to support at that particular moment time would be Tinubu, who happens to be APC. By supporting him, it gives me a chance of possibly becoming a minister, which is already what they have been after they won the election. So what happened is this: based on that particular structure, he was able to decide those are not particular structure. APC was able to do what? To win River State for the first time. So what now? Now after Fubara took over power, Fubara on his own part, most of the direction, whatever he wants to do, Wike must be involved. Whatever decision he want to be carried out, Wike must be involved. So at the end of the day, Fubara on his own part felt like, allow me to control my administration, allow me to really take some decisions that affect this particular state. And remember that once there's an agreement, there's always say agreement is agreement to you. There's always an agreement that if you rub my back, I rub your back. If you give me, I give you. If you do me, I do you. So there's always an agreement. People have actually come online on different, even on national television, talk about financial implications of such agreement. So Fubara on his own part felt like, this is River State money. This is River State I'm governing. Allow me to govern River State. So he didn't really want a godfather that will come and control him, come and decide whatever, come and decide who's ever to take allocation and how much he should take and all the rest of them. Because most of this argument has to do with it's Naira and Kobo, it's money. Those are most of the arguments I'm talking about, is money. So how much will River State get at the end of the month? How much should the governor go home with? How much should the person also go home with? Because politics is about who gets what, where, when, and how. So that is it. So the governor, Fubara, said, I want to be really in charge of the resources of my state. I want to really be in charge of the state allocation. I don't want to share state allocation with anybody. I don't want to really take decision, influence any decision, anybody influence any decision. So that was one of the major issues that broke out. That one of the major things that damaged the relationship of Governor Fubara and Wike. So one will also imagine why we, despite the fact that Wike have actually helped him to an extent, done everything for him to become governor, why don't he on his own part fulfill the agreement, even if it means paying even under his nose on him or whatever? Let him do that. That is what some people will also argue. But on the other part, let's put River State first. Let's put Nigerians first, because whatever happens, River State will be the one to enjoy or suffer the pain. So let's look at it in the other area. Now, since Governor Fubara wants to really be in charge, he wants to really be in charge of whatever happens in his state. He wants to take total responsibility. He wants to manage the resources of River State for River State people. He really wants to decide on what happened. So that is one of the reasons why those relationships got sour. So at the end of it, there was a different attempt to impeach the Governor Fubara. There was a different attempt to impeach him. There was different attempt to do all kinds of things. Even that the police was even almost opening fire on him during that particular moment. But let's call it long story short. At the end of the day, what's happening right now is this. What's happening right now is that now there is a planned local government election which was actually held today, 5th October 2024. Why the FCT ministers and his team believe that those elections are not supposed to be held? Because when this election is being held, new local government chairman will emerge in the whole local government, and who would they be loyal to? Would they be loyal to the Governor Fubara, or will they be loyal to the FCT minister? It becomes a problem. And one will wonder, why will APC on its own part, why will PDP on its own part not really participate actively in that election? Remember that election is no political party is propelled or forced to really participate in an election. So when they feel they don't want to participate, they have choice to do what? To not participate. Election is by choice. It's not mandatory that all political parties must participate even in the general election. Not all political parties registered in Nigeria participate in the general election. Not even all of the whole political parties that are registered in Nigeria have candidates for the general election. So it's nothing different from the state. But the major thing is this, that once this election is done, it means that and the local government chairman have been sworn in. It means that it have actually limited the structure of Wike. Why Wike is talking about his structure always, Wike is focused on talking about his structure, because he knows, he's aware that if the structures are being destroyed right now, it becomes difficult for him to decide who becomes the governor of the River State in the next election. It also becomes difficult for him to influence and decide if APC will River State or not. So I get mad. Sometimes I get crazy when I see youth who actually come out to the street to protest, and they either in favor of FCT minister, in favor of the governor. I just felt like, what are these people doing? Do they really know the implication of what is really happening? The FCT minister on his own, he's just bargaining. He's about him making a decision of his own. He wants to own River State. When I mean own, he wants to control whatever happens in River State as a state. That is what he wants to do. But once he controls what happens in River State, he can actually dictate on who becomes the next governor of River State. He can actually dictate on who, at the end of the day, who River State will vote for, possibly, and who will win River State presidential race. Will PDP win in River State? Will APC win? Will Labour Party win? You and I know that currently in Nigeria system, that the governors actually play a role to influence on who wins in that particular state. It happens in Imo State, where you know the result of Imo State. It happens in other states too. So the governor plays key roles in ensuring who wins at the end of the day. But now let's come to our discussion about River State. Realize that River State is a very key state. River State is an oil producing state. Since for the past 20 years, it has been difficult for any governor of River State to be loyal to the presidency or to just bow to pressure, because they have the resources, they have the money, they have the power, and they have everything. So even I could remember that in the time of the Wike, who happens to be the former governor of River State, he had issues, had clashes with Rotimi Amechi, who was then the minister. Who was Minister of Transport. Rotimi Amechi, who was also the former governor, who handed over to Wike, was the Minister of Transport, while Wike was the governor of River State. There were clashes, there were issues, there were confrontation in River State. And Rotimi Amechi respected himself and gave way for what? For Wike to administer and control the state. But in this present time, now the clock have turned around. Wike is now the FCT minister. A minister. Why what? Why Fubara is the governor of Rivers State? So Wike right now being an FCT minister and Fubara being the who being the governor of Rivers State, there seems to be a little clash because Wike want to really control what really happens in Rivers State. We want to control the steps. We want to control even the road being awarded, flagged up, constructed. He only wants to control everything that happens in Rivers State because for him to control it means you have to be in charge. I don't know if that's what I'm saying. So when you hear we talk about structures, he's talking about structures in the local government. Remember that few some days ago, not just ago, some months ago, the last local government team that headed the administration, they openly called Fubara a mumu governor, and nothing happened at the end of the day. Why? Because they were loyal to who? They were loyal to Wike, so they have powers and decisions they can use their constitutional power to abuse the governor and say things against him, and nothing happens at the end of the day. Was anybody arrested? No. Was anybody charged to court? No. Was anybody detained? The answer is no. So that's what I'm talking about, because Wike have the structure of Rivers State. Currently, right now, Fubara is trying to take over that backlash structure that Wike have actually controlled over years. Why? Because if nothing is done at the end of the day, it means that Wike will also dictate. In fact, if local government elections are like this, can you really think about what the governorship election come to 2027 will be like in Rivers State? Because that particular time, the INEC, in the INEC that is controlled by the federal right now will definitely play roles, will definitely influence. I don't really know if there will be free and fair or transparent election. I don't really know if there will be a transparent election there in Rivers State. But the all eyes will be in Rivers to see if the election will be transparent. I pray that it will be transparent. But main thing is this, that the local government election is an affair of the state. The federal government have no contribution to it. They have no contribution. They have no input. Not even the police, not even army, not even any federal agency. So one will wonder, why will the Federal High Court in Abuja be giving directive on different things? And remember that it's unconstitutional for any court to give order, but the election should not hold. So even the Supreme Court have directed the election should hold, and now some people who felt that it shouldn't hold because they were losing their structures, trying to stop the election. Is this right? So I keep wondering, why will people come out massively to support someone? And if the FCT minister was paying, if they're in his payroll, people protesting or trying to show solidarity with the FCT minister, if they're in his payroll, there's nothing bad for them to protest, apart from being their fundamental human right, apart from being their right to protest. Apart from that, it's also part of their job. It's a job function. They're trying to defend their job for protesting. But apart from that, it will be uncivilized. It will be unwise for anybody to come onto the street to protest, to say they're standing for Wike, who happens to be an FCT minister. So ask yourself, who is influencing, who is controlling what Wike's decision is in Abuja FCT right now? Is anybody controlling him? Is anybody giving him directive in Abuja, telling him this is what to do, this is what you should not do? Nobody. So how will he feel? So people who I keep wondering, when it comes to comment section, see people commenting negatively against the governor, I keep wondering, how really do they get there? How do they even reason to really think about that? Because if you look at this in every parameter, in every area, you realize that yes, the Wike was used. God used. He have reportedly said in different occasions that God used him to make Fubara the governor of Rivers State. He always makes that last name, and God used him to make him the governor that he won't allow it to happen again. While Fubara on his own have replied in different occasions and said that the same God that used him to make him the governor, God will use him again. He will keep making the same mistake that he made so that he will win the next election. But the case will be, what happens next right now will be the next question. Most people are asking, what happens next? The next thing that is likely going to happen is that the governor will sworn in the political party, the chairman, that are the people that actually won the primaries, because he realized that Wike have the structure of PDP in Rivers State. He controls PDP in Rivers State. He openly challenged the PDP governors that anybody that make any comment or interfere in what's happening in Rivers State, he will set fire on the state, and nobody made any much comment. No governor confronted him openly. Nobody said yes. It was as if he was a god of PDP. And unfortunately, you realize that somebody who is in PDP is also in APC and influencing whatever happens. And you now want to have a free and fair, you want to have a party that can stand the test of time. You want to have a party that can confront the current president in 2027 election. It becomes very, very impossible and difficult once Wike remains in PDP. I'm not saying you should not go out from PDP. No, I'm only saying I'm not giving analysis of what is going to play around, because in Rivers State, Wike controls PDP in Rivers State. In Rivers State, Wike controls APC still in Rivers State. You keep wondering, why would lawmakers in Rivers State defect from PDP to APC? And the presidency said that he can't reject their children. No, I am also stand with him. He can't also reject his children. But let's look at it in this way around. Let's look at it in this other way around. Why would lawmakers who are loyal to FCT minister, who are his boys, who takes instruction from him, why would they not defect from PDP and go to APC? And now, at the end of the day, the governor have no other choice, because in PDP he's locked, in APC he's locked. That is why he's likely falling to now APP political parties, where the governor is falling. Who knows? Come 2027 election, the governor may likely, before that time, he may likely move from the current PDP to APP. Likely, he may defect to APP, and let us see how it goes. Let's see what happens next. Because the whole world is really watching, and the whole world is watching. Rivers State will now turn to be a football field where players, politicians will come to play, and let's know who will win at the end of the day. Don't forget to subscribe to Kasala TV on Facebook and YouTube. Share the video, drop a comment, let us know what you think about this video. Don't forget to follow Kasala TV on Facebook and YouTube. Rivers State first, Rivers first. And it will be wrong for one man to control the state. It will be wrong for one man to be in London or UK or under neighboring or even a neighboring country to control what happens in the state when we still have governors of the state. So it's a welcome development for the governor. We still congratulations to the governor, and let's see what happens and let's see what plays around. Don't forget that still in the same Rivers State, we have two houses. We have pro-Wike house members, state house members. You also have pro-Fubara house members. Let's see what plays around at the end of the day. Don't follow us for more news updates, because we are giving you an update of what's happening in every state, especially in Rivers State, in Abia and beyond. Just follow us for more news updates. Don't forget, please subscribe to our YouTube channels for more news updates. Thank you very much. Don't forget, Wike don't want anything to happen to his structure. Why? Because the structure is his life. The structure of any politician is his blood. The structure of any politician is his life. His structures are like water they drink. If anything happens to the structure, he's gone. Why? Because he wants to still be in Abuja and control what is happening in Rivers State. He still wants people who are loyal to him. He still wants to influence. He still wants to decide in the next election how it will be. Don't forget that Wike have told his PDP faithful that they made a mistake in 2023. They will correct it in 2027. So how will they correct the mistake in 2027 when he don't have structure? That is why he's fighting. That's why he's ensuring that his structures are not being damaged. Well, for us, we don't have anything bad against that. For us, we don't have anything negative against that. But let's see what plays on. What we are going to do is just to be in the comfort of our office and studio to give you an update of what is happening in every state, to visit the location and give you an update of what's happening. Don't forget to subscribe to Kasala TV on Facebook and YouTube. Share this video. Make sure you share this video. Drop a comment and let us know what you think about this video. Don't forget to follow Kasala TV on Facebook and YouTube. See you in our next video. If you don't subscribe to Kasala TV, it means you will not be informed on what is happening. Thank you.